Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, honorees, welcome to the 2021 University of Delaware Alumni Association Awards celebration. I am Linda Myrick, and it's my privilege to serve as the president of the UD Alumni Association and as your MC for this celebration. We're grateful to have technology that's allowing us to gather today, both through the webinar and live stream. So if you see access to the chat, I encourage you to share where you're tuning in from and send congratulatory messages to our recipients. Today we gather to recognize the outstanding accomplishments of our 2020 and 2021 UDAA award recipients. Additional biographical information for our recipients and the order of the presentations is included in the event program, which can be accessed via the QR code shown here. To our recipients, you exemplify what it means to be great blue hens. These awards are a testament to your hard work and dedication, and I'm so glad that we're able to share your accomplishments with the broader UD community. Our president, Dennis Hasanis, and his wife, Eleni, value the impact that our students and alumni have on this university. They were unable to be with us tonight, but they recorded a message for us.
Hi, Blue Hens, and hello to all the families and friends who are with you to help celebrate the UD Alumni Association Awards for 2020 and 2021.
We are so happy everyone could gather for this event, and we wish we could all be together in person. We miss you, and we are with you in spirit.
The recipients of the UDAA Awards have done a tremendous job to help advance the university's mission and support our community in so many ways. You serve as role models for our students. You make a positive impact on the world through your professional accomplishments. You are proud ambassadors of UD's name and reputation, and you demonstrate the power of a UD education to transform lives and build a better society.
Thank you all for demonstrating what it means to be a true blue hen. We all know that the past year has brought unprecedented challenges to us, both as individuals and as a community. But blue hens have risen to those challenges and have enjoyed so many amazing accomplishments too.
Over the past year, we finished construction of the Whitney Athletic Center next to Delaware Stadium and opened it to our student athletes. Our researchers and partners are now working in the Abbon Pinizotto Biopharmaceutical Innovation Center on the Star Campus. And a little later this year, we'll be opening the new Wellbeing Center at Warner Hall on the South Green. This facility will give students access to many kinds of programs and services to help care for their physical health and mental well-being. I'm also happy to tell you that we expect to provide our students with a much more active and engaging campus experience this fall. All of this exciting news and much more has been possible because the UD community remains strong, resilient, and dedicated to the future.
And we couldn't have done it without the support of our loyal alumni.
On behalf of the entire University of Delaware community, thank you for continuing to support our students through your engagement and your generosity. And once again, to all our UD Alumni Association Award recipients, congratulations!
Lots of great UD news coming from Dr. Hasanis and Eleni. I hope you enjoyed the video and can visit campus soon. It's now my pleasure to begin the presentation of the awards. First, I'd like to acknowledge that we have many of our past award recipients with us tonight. I encourage you all to say hello in the chat and include your name, award, and the year you received it. Our award recipients and all Blue Hens are interconnected through our student experiences and love of UD. Thank you for joining us and continuing to make your UD family proud. We'll begin tonight's ceremony with the University of Delaware Alumni Association Emily Pusey Warner and Alexander J. Taylor Senior Awards, which honor outstanding members of the senior class. Nominees demonstrate outstanding qualities of academic achievement as well as leadership and community service, as exemplified by Mrs. Warner and Mr. Taylor. Bill Luzier, Chair of the UDAA Awards Committee, will introduce the 2021 and 2020 recipients. But first, let's hear from a few of our past recipients.
The Alexander J. Taylor Award will always hold a special place in my heart because as I reflect on the countless recipients that had come before me and the amazing Blue Hens that have since received the award, I can't help but first and foremost feel humbled. And today, this award serves as a reminder for me to daily try to abide by and embody the virtues that Alexander Taylor himself represented throughout his service to our campus and to the community at large. Trying to be as best scholar and public servant as I possibly can, and most importantly, trying to be a leader to those who are in need so that we can create a better tomorrow for future Blue Hens. I'd like to say congratulations to all of our award recipients and say congrats again to the class of 2021.
UD was special because it enabled me to, if you will, become multidisciplinary and to have a broad range of experiences. I certainly focused on academics, spent several summers doing research, but was also able to be what I consider a well-rounded student, being a residence hall advisor, being active in a fraternity, playing on the varsity tennis team, and spending occasional nights at the Deer Park. And none of that would have been necessarily possible at a university where I only had to focus on academics. I had the opportunity to visit Newark at the time that the Alumni Wall of Fame was dedicated, and I met with the Taylor Award recipient in 2019 and found him to be a much more accomplished individual than I ever was. And to the extent that I'm sure the recipients of both the Warner and Taylor Awards in 2020 and 2021 attain that same high standard, they deserve my heartiest congratulations and best wishes for their extensive careers going forward.
Congratulations to the 2020 and 2021 recipients of the Warner Award. This is a huge accomplishment that truly reflects your academic achievements, your service learning achievements, and your commitment to community. So please carry this with pride and make sure that you celebrate this throughout your professional career beyond just graduation. You're joining a community of alumni that are doing incredible work in the world, so connect with us. We all love to support each other, and something that I love about UD is this ongoing, long-lasting community that I have felt so deeply connected to wherever I am in the US or around the world. So congratulations on graduating, and I wish you all the best as you engage in these exciting adventures that come ahead.
Our first Warner Award recipient is Jessica Harding. Jessica graduated last week with an honors degree with distinction in energy and environmental policy and a minor in economics, earning Dean's List every semester. Jessica was a varsity athlete, participating on the cross-country and track and field teams all 4 years. She served on the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, became one of the team's U-Dance representatives, and joined the inaugural class of Hen Minded, a group aimed at reducing mental health stigma in athletics. As part of the 4+1 program in the Biden School of Public Policy and Administration, Jessica will remain at UD next year to continue her work towards a master's degree in energy and environmental policy. Congratulations, Jessica.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much to the UD Alumni Association for putting on this award ceremony. It's so nice we can all get together, even though it's virtual. UD has just really provided a great place for me. The past 4 years of being a Blue Hen have allowed me to grow in ways that I know wouldn't have happened anywhere else. The countless opportunities and constant support is really just unmatched, and I've loved the Blue Hen community, and I'm so happy to continue with my 4+1. I specifically want to thank the honors program and Christine Schultz. She's been such a great support and such a great mentor to me these past 4 years. The Energy and Environmental Policy Department has just always provided me so much support. Dr. Casey Taylor has helped me become a better writer and researcher, and I'm so grateful for her. Of course, I'm grateful for the athletic department for just providing me an outlet and support and giving me so many leadership opportunities. And finally, I just want to thank my family and friends. They provide me so much support and just are always there for me and in my corner no matter what. So thank you so much again.
Bianca Mayers graduated in 2020 with an honors international relations degree and with minors in organizational and community leadership, public policy, and Spanish. While at UD, she was involved in the co-ed service fraternity Alpha Phi Omega, was president of the student organization Strong #Like a Girl, where she mentored middle school aged girls, and she had an internship with Reach Riverside, a nonprofit that is revitalizing a historically underserved neighborhood in Wilmington. Additionally, she co-founded and served as chair of the UD chapter of the United Nations Association and as co-president of the Delaware Diplomats. Bianca is currently pursuing a master's degree in city and regional planning at the Georgia Institute of Technology. Bianca, congratulations on this honor.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. So given the truly remarkable class of 2020, I am especially humbled to receive the Warner Award. I owe most of my successes to the people who have guided, challenged, and supported me to become the person I am. And of course, many of those people have been the absolutely incredible faculty and staff at UD. But as I reflect on the people who have helped me kind of grow the most, I'm just flooded with the names of my fellow graduates. And as students at UD, our character has been tested, our assumptions have been challenged, and our beliefs have been shaken. And that was all without a social reckoning and a global pandemic in between. And yet the class of 2020 is not done, right? We have chosen not to wither away in the face of fear, not to merely weather this storm of uncertainty, but to embrace this reality as ours to steward for the better. And so while at UD, and especially in this following year, the class of 2020 has proven time and time again that they will be the ones to shape the future. And quite frankly, I've never felt more confident in what that future holds. So I am immensely grateful and proud to have won the Warner Award, and I'm perhaps even more humbled and proud to be accepting my place as an alum of the University of Delaware's class of 2020. So thank you all.
A Francis Allison Distinguished Scholar, Miriam Helene Rudd, graduated last week with double majors in art conservation and art history, and with minors in history and fashion history and culture. While at UD, Miriam Helene volunteered with the Historic Costume and Textile Collection and worked for the Center for Historic Art and Design and the Conservation Lab of the UD Library. She facilitated mentorship programs through the Art Conservation Club, serving as a peer mentor herself, and developed an online resource where students can access advice on graduate school, examples of portfolios and resumes, and recommendations for art conservation-related reference materials. This fall, she will continue her studies as a member of the 2024 class of the Winter University of Delaware program in art conservation. Congratulations, Miriam Helene.
Thank you so much to the Alumni Association for this honor. I'm grateful to have found such a supportive environment at the University of Delaware. I want to thank all of my professors, advisors, and fellow students whose dedication and passion remain an inspiration. I wish I had time to call all of you out by name, and I hope you know how immensely grateful I am for all that you do. Your examples have strengthened my commitment to community outreach and to preserving the material remnants of our past and present. I first visited UD as a high school junior, and I spoke to students and professors who shared their love of the school and excitement for art conservation. I was lucky to meet Dr. Vicki Kassman on that trip, who was Director of Undergraduate Studies in the Department of Art Conservation and who passed away this summer. I will always cherish her memory and the joy she shared with all of her students. Her generosity and dedication to community inspired my own involvement in the Art Conservation Club, through which I facilitated mentorship programs and social and academic events. UD has offered me unparalleled opportunities. In what other school could I, as an undergraduate, spend hours treating artifacts in class, learn from practicing conservators, and apply these skills in the labs of a world-renowned museum like Winchester? I look forward to continuing my academic journey at UD as I pursue my master's in art conservation. Thank you all so, so much.
Our first Taylor Award recipient is Nishan Shintala, a distinguished scholar who last week earned degrees in finance and computer science after juggling classes and requirements in programs under 2 different colleges. Nish participated in the Blue Hen Leadership Program, was a member of the Alpha Kappa Psi business fraternity, a volunteer for UDance, and a tutor at Urban Promise, an underprivileged school in Wilmington. He engaged in undergraduate research with one of his professors, volunteered at a local nonprofit, served as a Blue Hen ambassador, as a finance tutor, and he held positions in the Blue Hen Investment Club. Later this year, he'll start a full-time position with Bloomberg in New York City. Nish, congratulations on being named 2021 UDAA Taylor Award recipient.
Hi, thank you so much. I'd like to thank my family, my friends. Sorry, I don't know if you can see me. My video is not turning on. But I'd like to thank my family, my friends, my mentors for helping me achieve this award. Thank you to the awards committee for selecting me as the recipient of the Taylor Award this year. I also really want to thank the University of Delaware for these past 4 years of opportunities, growth, learning, and memories. Choosing to come here was probably the best decision of my life, and I'm super excited to see where my life takes me next, but I will always be a Blue Hen. So thank you very much.
Arnoff Prasad, a Eugene DuPont Distinguished Scholar, graduated in May 2020 with a degree in mechanical engineering and a mathematics minor. Arnoff was a mentor to fellow engineering students, served as a teaching assistant for the Mechanical Engineering Design Studio, and was president of the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, leading UD's chapter to 2 national robotics competitions. He participated in many admissions events, sharing his experience with prospective students and their families, and while at UD, Arnoff mentored a robotics team for high school students, a group in which he is still active. He earned a master's in mechanical engineering in December 2020 and started working at W.L. Gore & Associates in March of this year as an engineer with the fuel cells team. Congratulations on receiving the Taylor Award, Arnoff.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to say thank you to the UDAA for selecting me for the 2020 Taylor Award. I've met some of the Taylor and Warner Award winners who came before and now after me, and I'm honored to be included in that group of people. My time at the University of Delaware has been the highlight of my life so far. That, in no small part, was thanks to the incredible students that make up the UD community. Getting to work with these students every day over the past 4.5 years was truly special, and it's something that I've already started to miss. I'm also thankful for the wonderful professors I was so lucky to have, and the entire mechanical engineering department, who was so truly amazing. I have to give a shout out to Dr. Buckley and Dr. Fieser, who always went above and beyond any sort of lesson plan or lecture notes to ensure their students' success. I'd like to thank Andrew and Ron, mentors on my high school robotics team, for helping me find my voice and showing me who I can be. Your mentorship and guidance has been invaluable, and now I'm lucky to call you guys my friends. Of course, I'm so thankful for my family. You've always been there for me, even when I thought I didn't need it. I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I am today without your love and support, and I cannot express how much I appreciate it. Last, and certainly not least, thank you to everybody in the honors program for helping me get engaged and involved on campus and encouraging me to grow as a person. A special thanks to Christine Schultz for writing a nomination letter that made me cry in the middle of my Taylor Award interview. That was quite the experience. I'm really excited to stay involved in the UD community, and I'm especially excited to see what future generations of UD students are going to do. Thank you all for attending today, and while I had the opportunity, I wanted to say happy 25th anniversary to my mom and dad. Love you guys.
So the next group of honorees epitomize what it means to be great blue hens and to give back to their alma mater. The UD Alumni Association's Outstanding Alumni Awards recognize alumni for their exemplary volunteer work on behalf of the University of Delaware or the University of Delaware Alumni Association. First awarded in 1952, past recipients have been honored for their service and dedication to a variety of programs and areas across the university, including class and affinity reunion efforts, college and department advisory councils and alumni boards, parent and family leadership council, and affinity alumni groups such as the Men's Crew Alumni Association and Black Alumni Organization, to name just a few. Volunteers are vital and essential to many university departments and programs, and their impact is immeasurable. Before Carrie Albedal, my fellow board member and the next president of the Alumni Association, introduces the Outstanding Alumni Award recipients, let's hear from a few of our past honorees.
There are so many things that I love about UD. It's hard to kind of summarize them quickly, but the education that I got has helped me tremendously in my career. The relationships that I developed both while I was at UD as well as an alum have just helped me network and stay connected with people. And I think the linkage for me, family-wise, my great-grandfather was a graduate of University of Delaware. And so there's that kind of like family connection that I also feel. And so I always like to tell people that I bleed blue and gold, and I think it's true. I am so excited to congratulate the 2020 and 2021 award recipients. What an honor to be recognized, and thank you for your contributions to the university, and just wish you continued success.
Well, to be nominated for the Outstanding Alumni Award was really a super thing for me, because there are a couple of things that happened. I had gotten re-involved with the university, and I was really excited about that. And I always thought that giving back to the university was something that I wanted to do. And through the Alumni Association, I was able to do that. And then to win this award was absolutely wonderful, because my son was a freshman at Delaware in 2001 when I won. And to be able to share that with him, I thought was a real honor and a real thrill. I had someone tell me one time that to be honored by your university is one of the more special things that you will have happened to you in life. And I totally agree. So I want to congratulate all of the recipients, and particularly in my case, all of the recipients of the Alumni Award. I think that's an outstanding accomplishment in your lifetime.
I'd like to say congratulations to the 2020 and the 2021 award recipients. What a great year, a double dip for winners at the University of Delaware. You know, just so proud. Your consistent and deliberate support of the University of Delaware students, the faculty, and the administration helps make our community stronger in its pursuit of solving the world's grandest challenges through research and education and opportunity. And I couldn't be more proud to share these awards with you and to welcome you to this prestigious group of Blue Hens. Thank you for all you do for the University of Delaware.
Our first Outstanding Alumni Award recipient is Jennifer Kane. Known to be an incredibly proud Blue Hen, Jen paid her way through college and was always looking for ways to give back. Jen actively recruited UD students and recent graduates to PricewaterhouseCoopers, where she spent her 17-year career and became partner in 2017, just before her sudden passing in March of 2018. Her outgoing personality and willingness to engage with students made her very popular during recruiting events and helped recruit the best Blue Hen talent for her firm. Jen maintained relationships with the faculty of the Lerner College of Business and Economics, co-teaching an entire day of Accounting 207 classes to more than 200 students in 2014. And she led the 2014 Aspire to Elite event and panel discussion, which included a webcast with Sheryl Sandberg, COO of Facebook. She served as a mentor in the Lerner Executive Mentor Program, on the Department of Accounting and MIS Advisory Board, and I had the privilege of working directly with Jen on the Finance Committee of the UD Alumni Association Board of Directors. However, that's not where our connection began. We met as freshmen at UD and remained close friends until her passing. I have countless wonderful memories of Jen that involve UD in some way. Our 2003 trek to Tennessee to see the Blue Hens win the national championship, traveling to a Conversations and Connections event hosted by the New York City Alumni Club, attending Alumni Weekend and homecoming events with our college and UD AA friends, and more Saturdays than I can count spent at Delaware Stadium tailgating together and cheering on our Fightin' Blue Hens. To honor Jen and her commitment to UD, PwC established the Jennifer M. Kane O2 Memorial Scholarship, supporting women accounting students who have outstanding academic performance and demonstrated financial need. The legacy of her commitment to UD and to her fellow Blue Hens will live on through this scholarship. She was a role model to so many, sharing her spirit, dedication, and leadership with our community, and she is surely missed. Chris Metkiff is our next Outstanding Alumni Award recipient. A senior vice president at Mass Mutual Greater Philadelphia, Chris exemplifies what it means to be a true Blue Hen, continually investing in and mentoring UD students, including student athletes, after his own experience on the UD men's basketball team. Chris is known to be a constant fixture at UD career events, including career fairs, networking nights, resume reviews, and career panels, always having the best interests of UD students in mind and giving advice and guidance as they look to enter the workforce. Chris serves on the Learner College CFP Advisory Board, hosts networking client-based events at UD Games, and is recognized at the Delaware Diamonds Society level for his generous financial support to both the Learner College and the athletics department. Chris, congratulations, and thank you for all you do for UD.
Thank you. Great to see some very familiar names on the list here. Very excited to be here. I love UD, and thank you for the great honor. Congrats to the other recipients. All have very impressive backgrounds and very impactful at UD. I want to personally thank my wife for the support just of my continued involvement at UD, and really my parents too for helping to support my experience 15 years ago, and also my company for also the leadership and support of me being involved at UD. Really want to thank too the Alumni Association, the UD Athletic Department, UD faculty and staff, their learner school, and the financial planning major. Go Blue Hens and dare to be first.
Pete Wolfe is the Executive Director of Life Science Cares Philadelphia. He's an active volunteer with local nonprofits and with UD. For the last 6 years, Pete has served on the Horn Entrepreneurship Advisory Board and has served as a judge for UD's premier startup funding competition, HenHatch, and as a mentor to students. After his son enrolled in the Learner College, Pete and his wife, Christine, also a UD graduate, joined the Parent and Family Leadership Council. They are active members taking part in recruitment of additional council members, advocating at events, and participating in stewardship calls to fellow donors. In addition, Pete is currently serving as a mentor for the College of Arts and Sciences' new mentoring program and as an adjunct professor in the Learner College. Congratulations, Pete.
Thank you for the honor of being named an outstanding alumni. I have fond memories of my time as a student at UD, both academically as well as participating in clubs and intramural sports while also working at Carpenter Sports Building as a lifeguard. My time at UD provided me with many friendships that continue today and introduced me to people who impacted my life. In addition to meeting my wife at UD, it was a chance encounter with a faculty member at the pool, Dr. McGee, which led to my career. Dr. McGee was a regular at the pool, and his interest in my areas of study resulted in my enrolling in his constitutional law class and joining the Pre-Law Society. Dr. McGee also encouraged me to pursue law school, which was not something that I'd previously considered, and turned out to be an excellent recommendation. While working as an attorney, I found an opportunity to re-engage with UD by getting involved with foreign entrepreneurship. I was impressed by the co-curricular opportunities Dan Freeman and his small team were making available to students and continued to volunteer to assist in different ways as the program has grown. The chance to interact with students as they work to identify problems they want to solve and develop their own solutions to those problems is amazing. As our son enrolled at UD, my wife and I joined the Parent and Family Leadership Council, which introduced us to the dedicated leadership of the UD Student Life Team, other members of the UD community, as well as parents who are engaged with UD in a variety of ways. These interactions inspired us to learn more about how we could share our resources to support students in the UD community. More recently, I've had the opportunity to come full circle by joining the Hen Law Society and be part of a group of alumni sharing our experiences with students who are considering a legal career. I hope that someday I will learn that my advice to these students proves to be a fraction as valuable as the advice provided to me by Dr. McGee all those years ago. Being engaged at UD has introduced me to many faculty, staff, parents, and other alumni who are actively giving back to UD by supporting students in the UD community. Thank you to everyone involved with Horn Entrepreneurship, the Parent Family Leadership Council, Student Life, and the Hen Law Society for all you do and the opportunities to be engaged. I'm grateful for the many new relationships I've formed as a result.
For more than 25 years, Kimberly Zitzner served as the Director, Catholic Campus Ministries at UD through St. Thomas More Oratory. Always going above and beyond the duties of her job, she provided a home away from home and mentorship for many at UD, sacrificing countless hours throughout the years to support both students and alumni. Kim represented the UD religious community at many large-scale university events over the years and has served as the acting coordinator for various campus religious and spiritual gatherings, memorials, and campus vigils. She also serves as chair of the Religious and Spiritual Life Concerns Caucus at UD and as an advisor to sexual misconduct and non-discrimination cases. Kim, congratulations on this honor.
Thank you. And first, congratulations to my fellow award recipients. I feel like I'm one of a very honored class here. And I'm really speechless at receiving this honor. It seems like yesterday when I arrived at the University of Delaware. And until preparing these remarks, I had actually not counted the number of years I've been here. I cannot possibly be that old. I came to the University of Delaware in 1985, excited to be part of the honors program and on an Army ROTC scholarship. I began at UD as an accounting major and fell in love with everything Delaware had to offer. I had no idea at the time that I would be making the university my home. I have so many people to thank that were part of my experience at UD. I had amazing professors who helped me along the way. A few shout outs, Professor Jeff Gillespie, Professor Sandy Shields, and Professor Jean Murray Walker were just to name a few. And they not only helped me in the classroom, but really became my mentors and my friends. I got involved in Catholic campus ministry and spent a lot of time at the Catholic Chapel and Student Center, the Thomas More Oratory, where I met more amazing faculty, staff, and community members, and many have become lifelong friends. I was blessed to get to know some amazing champions of Delaware, who I look to as models of wisdom and guidance. Just to name a few, Coach Irv Wisniewski, Coach Jimmy Flynn, Edgar Johnson, Dave Roselle, Dan Rich, Don Puglisi, Judy Gibson, and Nancy Target, and the list just goes on and on. I've been so blessed. Father Michael Zuper founded the Catholic Chapel and Student Center at UD. And working with this humble legend while I was a student changed the entire trajectory of my life. I fell in love with campus ministry. When I was injured in the military and eventually discharged, I began a 30-year career that brought me to this day. And I've been very fortunate to also work with amazing campus ministry colleagues and volunteer in religious and spiritual life, not only at UD, but around the world. And many of these colleagues have become lifelong friends. For the literally last 30 years of my life, I've been given the gift of waking up every day and working and volunteering along with students, faculty, staff, and community members of the University of Delaware. I cannot believe that it was something I have been paid to do. And it is to Delaware that I thank and owe this opportunity. And of course, I want to conclude by thanking those who have been my personal champions in all things in my life. First, my family, especially my parents, Sue and Ray, my 101-year-old grandmother, yes, I am that lucky, Bobby, my brother, Michael, and his wife, Irene, my sister, Kate, and husband, Steve, and my nieces, Madison and Elle, and nephew, Luke. And of course, all my aunts and uncles and many lifelong friends who've always been there for me. You know who you are. My parents and my grandmother are watching, so hi, Mom and Dad, hi, Grandma. I also need to thank Father Zuper's family, who adopted me many years ago, and I love as if they were my own. I need to thank my oratory family, UD students and alumni, especially student leaders who I've had the pleasure of interacting with, and my many religious and spiritual life colleagues and spiritual directors, past and present. A thank you to all. I owe a debt of gratitude that cannot be repaid. Thank you for being, and 31 years later, I remain a blue hen forever. Thank you.
Love the shout outs. Thank you for all the time and talents you've shared with UD and our Blue Hen community. We are better because of your contributions. We have one final group of distinguished individuals we're proud to honor today. In recognition of the many notable achievements of its alumni, the UD Alumni Association, in partnership with the university, established the Alumni Wall of Fame in 1984. In January of that year, the initial photographic exhibit honored 54 prominent alumni, the first honorees. The first group of honorees included graduates from the Reverend Francis Allison School, the Newark Academy, Newark College, Delaware College, and the University of Delaware, and included signers of the Declaration of Independence and the current US President, Joe Biden. Since the initial 1984 ceremony, over 280 alumni have been inducted into the Alumni Wall of Fame in recognition of their professional achievements, contributions to their industry, public service excellence, as well as their continued engagement with their alma mater. Let's hear from a few of the past inductees.
So being inducted into the Wall of Fame was certainly a great honor. It was a surprise. Especially to be amongst so many outstanding individuals who have done so much in their careers. And I'm a little humbled to be part of that group of esteemed individuals and to be honored by my university, the university that gave me my start, is of course very, very, very important. To the 2020 and 2021 recipients of the Alumni Awards and all the other awards that are being presented today, I want to congratulate all of you. Thank you for all that you've done with the university. Thank you, my fellow alumni, for all the things that you are doing and bringing the honor to University of Delaware as well. So congratulations to all of you.
When I'm asked what I love most about the University of Delaware, it's the immersiveness of the history of the institution. It's what it's meant to my family, because I'm the middle of 3 generations of Blue Hens. It's a sense of community, and whether I'm in Newark or Wilmington or New York City or on the West Coast, you run into a Blue Hen somewhere, and it's an instantaneous connection. To the recipients of the last 2 years, congratulations. You are about to join one of the coolest groups that you're ever going to belong to. This is a group that includes 3 signers of the Declaration of Independence, a sitting US president, former governors, prominent people in the community, and it really cements your legacy in the history of the University of Delaware. So congratulations.
So to all of the 2020 and 2021 recipients, first of all, I'm honored that I was asked to be part of this video retrospective. And I am so proud of everyone that I have known, certainly at my time at Delaware, people I have met since then, and listening to and watching the pride as they talk about their time at the school, and then to have achieved the level of this honor. I'm just really grateful to be able to say congratulations to all of you, and I promise you the honor you're feeling, the positive feelings you're feeling right now, will last a lifetime. As someone that received it many, many years ago, the joy and the gratitude doesn't fade with time. So really enjoy it, and congratulations to all of you.
Robert Healy earned a bachelor's degree in civil engineering in 1977 and made significant contributions to the industry of civil and structural engineering throughout his more than 40-year career. Bob progressed from an entry-level design engineer to director with the major consulting engineering firm, Rummel, Klepper, and Call, LLP in Baltimore, where he frequently recruited UD graduates prior to his 2020 retirement. He managed the day-to-day operations of RK&K's 35-person structures staff, including engineers and technicians, in the performance of bridge and structures engineering for numerous public and private clients. While working for the Maryland State Highway Administration, Bob served as the structures project director for two Maryland mega projects, the Woodrow Wilson Bridge over the Potomac River connecting Maryland and Virginia, and the Intercounty Connector, an 18-mile new expressway connecting the Maryland suburbs and Washington, D.C. Bob earned his professional engineer's license in 7 states. Bob served on the Civil and Environmental Engineering External Advisory Council for 2 terms, is recognized at the Delaware Diamond Society donor level, and has been a UD football season ticket holder since 2007. Bob, congratulations on your Alumni Wall of Fame induction.
Well, thank you all. I'm very honored and proud and humbled to be inducted into the University of Delaware Alumni Association Wall of Fame today, along with all my other notable alumni. The university has had a profound influence on my life and my career. UD provided me with the resources, knowledge, and training to have a rewarding 43-year career as a civil engineer, which is all I really ever wanted. My first contact with UD was almost 50 years ago now. As a rising high school senior, wondering what my future had in store for me, I reached out to Dr. Eugene Chesson, who was then chair of the UD Civil Engineering Department. And he came to my school and he told me and some of my classmates about the civil engineering profession, and I was hooked. So I came up to the University of Delaware to begin my engineering studies. I even managed to pass Dr. Chesson's Intro to Structural Analysis class, which was a struggle. It was actually differential equations that almost ended my budding engineering career, but I got through it all. And after graduating, I took my place in the world as a practicing civil engineer, thanks to UD. And it's been a tremendous and wonderful thing. I got to design and manage and deliver challenging and rewarding projects, big and small. And I got to collaborate with many brilliant, interesting people. Even today, I still tell people that on days when my job was good, it was really, really good. So I'm proud of my engineering career and the role that UD played in it. About 20 years ago, I got reconnected to the university through my interactions with 2 civil engineering professors. Each is a former UD civil engineering chair and current faculty. They are Michael Chagas and Trip Shenton. They got me involved at UD in various interesting and challenging and rewarding initiatives. They were both they kindly agreed to sponsor my application for this Wall of Fame award, and I'm very grateful. And finally, my family, my 2 daughters, Donna and Elaine, also fell in love with Delaware as teenagers, and they attended UD, both graduates, 2011 and 14. And my wife, Celia, who is an honorary Blue Hen, I think I can do that now, right? She observed that UD has one of the most loyal alumni in the country, and I think she is right. My son, of course, ever the contrarian, goes to Purdue. So again, many thanks to the University of Delaware, the Alumni Association, my sponsors, and my family for this wonderful and cherished honor. I hope to see you all soon in person this time at the actual Alumni Circle, and then maybe even at some UD football games in the fall. Look for my tailgate in the blue champions lot. I'd be happy to share a non-virtual adult beverage with each of you. Thanks again, and go Blue Hens.
Gallicano and Guito Jr. earned a bachelor's degree in chemistry in 1985 and an MBA in 2002, both from the University of Delaware. Upon graduation from Jefferson Medical College, he was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army, eventually serving in Korea, where he received an Army Commendation Medal. Throughout his extensive medical career, he held numerous appointments, including president of the Delaware Board of Medical Practice, and he served on the board of directors of the Accreditation Council for Continuing Medical Education. He was honored by the Delaware Academy of Family Physicians as the 2008-2009 Family Physician of the Year. Prior to his current role as president of Delaware Family Medicine, Gallicano served as Associate Residency Program Director of the St. Francis Family Medicine Residency Program. At UD, Gallicano served on the UD Alumni Association Board of Directors, as a commencement delegate for the class of 1985, and on both his 25th and 35th reunion committees. He also serves as a preceptor to nurse practitioner students and has advised and mentored numerous UD students who are interested in the healthcare and medical fields. Congratulations, Gallicano, on this honor.
Hello, thank you very much. I feel so blessed and honored to be included in the select group of recipients. I come from a long line of blue hens. My sisters, Miriam, class of 1983, and Minerva, class of 1984, and my brother Gleason, class of 1986. I have two sons, Kai, class of 2018, and Cameron, who's a current UD student, class of 2022. Incidentally, my wife did not graduate from the University of Delaware, but she is currently on faculty. She is the current director of the undergraduate Bachelor's of Science in Nursing at the UD College of Health Sciences. The University of Delaware has provided me with many opportunities to experience many things. I remember one of my professors telling me, life is about challenges, and I will be confronted with many challenges in my lifetime. Fortunately, I've been able to overcome many challenges over the years. I've had the honor and privilege of being taught by outstanding faculty and fellow classmates who have shaped me to be the person that I am today. I'm so grateful for the guidance of my professors who encouraged and challenged me both academically and socially. For the professors and peers who have taught and mentored me over the years, I've tried to do the same for others by giving back, whether it's to advise medical students, nurses, aspiring healthcare students, or undergraduate students. My family has supported students over the years at the University of Delaware through scholarships and awards. I'm grateful to be in a position as a physician to take care of patients and to teach them how to improve their health. I especially want to thank my wife, Pia, and our children, Kai, Cameron, and Eiley, who have supported me in my successes. The University of Delaware has given my family and I opportunities to succeed in life, and we hope to support the university in the coming years. Thank you for this honor of induction to the UD Wall of Fame.
Bill Marazzo is President and Chief Executive Officer of WHYY, Inc., the leading public media organization serving the tri-state area. Bill is a leader in the development of new digital technologies with an evolving number of video, audio, and web distribution pathways, enabling WHYY to systemically grow in ranking amongst a large number of regional media outlets. During his tenure at WHYY, Bill has tripled the size of the newsroom, earning the reputation as the most trusted source of news and information, with a cultural arts program amplifying the creativity of the region's rich cultural heritage. Before joining WHYY in November of 1997, Bill's career included senior executive roles in both the environmental and water industries. In addition to serving as chairman on the board for several nonprofits, Bill has stayed connected to UD. Bill assisted Levi Thompson, Dean of the College of Engineering, in transforming in-person curriculum to online learning formats at the onset of the pandemic, and he served on the Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering Advisory Council from 1999 to 2005. Bill, congratulations on receiving the Alumni Wall of Fame Award.
Well, good evening, all. Thanks ever so much. Let me start out by acknowledging and thanking on our collective behalves Linda Myrick for her volunteer service on behalf of U of D's Alumni Association, for keeping so many of us together when we, as a result of our careers, are so dispersed around the world. So Linda, our thanks to you for your leadership and for your service. And my congratulations to all the other recipients of the Seedlings program. It really is incredible and impressive to see the richness and the variety of your professional accomplishments. But what excites me about being an alumni is to see the value system that you exhibit in your professional endeavors. I think that is ultimately the single biggest test of the richness and the uniqueness of our experiences at the University of Delaware. As the program suggests, I was a chemical engineering major back in the late 1960s at the University of Delaware. I can assure you that curriculum was robust. Honestly, I can assure you it was really pretty darn difficult. But unlike Bob Healy, I nailed differential equations. But what almost buried me, though, was the need to derive Schrodinger's equation. In retrospect, when I think about my academic experience at the University of Delaware, what was invaluable were things that came without any credit. Self-esteem, self-confidence, and in the case of the engineering curriculum, the ability to apply science to create value in society. So I give my experience at the University of Delaware an enormous amount of credit, coupled with some very good luck and good fortune and fate along the way in my career to be able to give back to society as much as I learned when I was an undergraduate at the University of Delaware. And one more thing for which I got no credit. I did meet my dear wife there. We are double Ds. I had a younger brother and a younger sister who also got their undergraduate degree at the University of Delaware. And my wife and I have two children, one of whom had the wisdom to get her undergraduate degree at the University of Delaware. And our son could have gone there, but he chose another academic path. Delaware has given me a remarkable life. And I am very, very honored and humbled to be in your company in this regard this evening. So thanks so very much.
Our next Alumni Wall of Fame recipient is Martha Murray, a 1987 graduate from the College of Engineering. A professor of orthopedic surgery at Harvard Medical School, she developed a novel technique of bridge-enhanced ACL repair, which utilizes a bioengineered implant to stimulate healing of the ligament instead of the traditional harvesting of a graft of tendon to replace the torn ACL. She has successfully translated it from the lab to FDA marketing approval with grant funding from various sources, including the NIH and the NFL Players Association. She has 11 issued patents and over 100 peer-reviewed publications around the development of this technology. Her work on innovative ACL treatment has won the AAOS Kappa Delta Award. She was named one of Fast Company's top 100 most creative people in business and has been featured in a video on Tech Insider that garnered over 75 million views. Martha has been invited to give presentations to regional, national, and international audiences and served on the Mechanical Engineering Advisory Council. Martha, congratulations on this honor.
Thank you so much. I'd like to thank the Alumni Association for the honor of this award. I'd also like to thank the College of Engineering, and in particular the Department of Mechanical Engineering, for teaching me how to think like an engineer, for teaching me how important it is to define the question to be answered before you start to work towards a solution, how to frame problems logically, how to determine the known and unknown variables and boundary conditions around a question. My experience in undergraduate research at the Center for Composite Materials also taught me about the power of rigorous investigation and teamwork. And being able to apply engineering principles first in medical school and surgical training, and then in both my clinical practice and research work, has allowed me to look at common medical problems and see unique solutions. I'd like to thank my parents, Joe and Dee Meany, who always encouraged me to follow my bliss and continue to be a tremendous support for my life and career. I'd like to thank my children, who have stepped up to be pretty independent from an early age and have never complained about takeout for dinner. And I'd like to particularly thank my husband, Braden Fleming, who's been an amazing partner, colleague, and friend. And lastly, I'd like to thank my classmates in the mechanical engineering class of 1987. Our class taught me about how much cohesive teams could accomplish, particularly when no one was worried about whose name was first on the paper. I'm very grateful for my years at UD and would not have wanted to experience college anywhere else. And thank you again for this honor.
Quinnetta Roberson is the John A. Hanna Distinguished Professor of Management and Psychology at Michigan State University, previously serving as an endowed chair at Villanova University and as a tenured professor at Cornell University. She has been a visiting scholar at universities on every continent except for Antarctica and currently serves as president of the Academy of Management. Quinnetta has over 20 years of experience teaching courses and workshops globally on diversity, leadership, and talent management. To translate her research into action, she provides professional advice and guidance to for-profit and nonprofit organizations on creating value and delivering on business strategy through diversity and inclusion. She also is a TEDx speaker, including her talk, The Other Side of Bias, that she did for the University of Delaware last year, and has been recognized as one of the most influential female scholars and scholars of color on social media around issues of responsible business. Both her scholarly work and research in action are informed by her background in finance, having worked as a financial analyst and small business development consultant prior to obtaining her PhD from the University of Maryland. Since graduating in 1992, she has remained active with the Lerner College and the Black Alumni Organization and is a frequent guest speaker and presenter at UD events. Quinnetta, congratulations on receiving the Alumni Wall of Fame Award.
Thank you so much. I am honored and humbled by this award. When I thought about my remarks, I reflected on my time at and my relationship with the University of Delaware in an attempt to identify the people and aspects that have had an indelible influence on me. And I thought about several things. I thought about being a finance and accounting major in the business school, which at the time was just the business school. I thought about the honors program. I thought about the indoor and outdoor track teams. I thought about the Black Student Union, the Center for Black Culture, being on hall government, the Lambda Gamma chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the Black Alumni Association, Learners Dean's Council, just to name a few. And I realized that, like it says in our alma mater, beneath thy guiding hand, all of them are what make me a proud blue hen. And it's that pride that makes me unequivocally and unabashedly show up for and represent UD no matter where I am in the world, including on vacation in Nayarit, Mexico with my husband, Patrick Connolly, to celebrate our second wedding anniversary. But as I think about and just reflect on, my career, and in the intro, they mentioned all of the universities I've been associated with. But one thing always remains true is that when I go to events, sporting events, etc., I will put on a UD sweatshirt or shirt and another school's hat. And people ask me, how do I decide? And I say, because usually the one that's on the hat is the one that pays the bills, but UD has my heart. So I appreciate everyone who's had a hand in my molding and my inspiration, as well as to the UD Alumni Association. And it's with my deepest gratitude that I accept this award and say a very heartfelt thank you for this induction into the Alumni Wall of Fame. Thank you.
Edmund Cenini, who graduated from the Lerner College in 1978, is a financial services executive with decades of experience in audit and accounting, leading global financial institutions through transformational change and challenges, and is currently senior advisor to McKinsey & Company. Ed has worked and lived internationally in London and Tokyo, and has successfully led large multi-locational teams while upholding global best practices. His senior leadership roles with companies such as PricewaterhouseCoopers, JP Morgan Chase & Company, and Morgan Stanley provided him opportunities to develop deep expertise and experience in board reporting, working with federal and global regulators and collaborating with senior leaders as both a subject matter expert and an effective business partner. At UD, Cenini serves on the Board of Trustees, lending his expertise to both the audit and grounds and building committees. He serves on the advisory board and the New York City Dean's Council for the Lerner College and offers guidance and support to Lerner students enrolled in the Road to Wall Street program. Edmund, congratulations on this honor.
Thanks. First, I'd like to thank the Alumni Association and the university as a whole for this special award. I was quite honored and a bit surprised when I was informed of this distinction about a year ago. It's humbling to see the names on the wall that I have joined. The university has always been a special place to me as a student, supporter, advisor, and as a trustee. Over the years, even living overseas for a decade, I was able to keep in touch and involved and continue to be impressed and proud of the university, its growth and its development. Importantly, I want to thank all the faculty and staff of the university whose relationships have continued to grow over the years. I'd like to particularly acknowledge Professors Don Puglisi and Bob Peretta, who have moved from teachers to colleagues to friends over the years, and whose support has been very important to me. And lastly, most of all, thanks to my family, my wife Connie, also an alumnus, and my daughters Emalea and Claire, whose love and support over the years have made this possible. Congratulations to my fellow inductees, and it's great to be here.
Well, congratulations to all our honorees. I loved all the comments. I loved all the shout outs. There's so much that binds us together. Congratulations to the honorees, Jessica Harding, Bianca Mers, Miriam Elaine Rudd, Nishan Shintala, Arnoff Prasad, Jennifer Kane, Chris Metkiff, Peter Wolfe, Kimberly Zitzner, Robert Healy, Gallicano and Guito, Bill Marazzo, Martha Murray, Quinnetta Roberson, and Ed Cenini. Your achievements and successes make us proud and carry on the strong UD legacy. Also, thank you to everybody who nominated our award recipients. I hope that next year some of you feel inspired to nominate another blue hen you believe best exemplifies those criteria that we've talked about. I'd like to thank the Alumni Association Awards Committee for their outstanding job they did in selecting our honorees. And I'd also like to recognize my fellow board members for their service and dedication to the university and to the Alumni Association. Through their loyalty, support, and enthusiasm, they continually demonstrate that we are all blue hens forever. Earlier this year, the College of Arts and Sciences selected several recipients for alumni awards. So we also congratulate these alumni and appreciate their commitment. During the 2019 award celebration, Steve Beatty, then UDAA president, shared the news that the UD Alumni Association Board of Directors had committed over $1 million on a new home and recognition space for the recipients of the UDAA awards, recognized tonight, as well as past presidents of the association. We dedicated this space, the Alumni Circle, which is in the historic and beautiful part of campus between Alumni Hall and the Little Bob during Homecoming 2019. Intentionally a circle to represent the lifelong relationship we hope all blue hens have with the UD. This space has quickly become a popular destination on campus. So while the pandemic delayed our ability to have names inscribed last year, we're working diligently to have both the 2020 and 2021 recipients added and look forward to celebrating in person at the Circle during homecoming this fall. Stay tuned for details on that. Congratulations again to all our recipients. And on behalf of the entire UD Alumni Association Board of Directors, thank you for celebrating with us this evening. Please enjoy the short video of the Alumni Circle and the singing of our alma mater before you leave. Thanks, everyone.